Hey guys, welcome to All Gray. If you're new here, then it's so nice to have you, but this is my beauty and fashion channel. Today's video is going to be a very fall-inspired makeup look. I am totally obsessed with fall. It's my favorite season, and with that comes all of these beautiful warm and burgundy shades, burgundy being my favorite color. So I decided I really wanted to create a makeup look that brought this shade to life on your face. So I'm going to be using it both on the eyes and the lips. And this look honestly has been one of my favorite go-tos for this season, so I really hope you enjoy it and keep watching. So normally my skin is very oily, but recently I've been getting over a cold and the weather has really gotten quite a bit colder over here in Paris. So I'm going to be using this Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentrate, and this is a makeup base as well as a moisturizer, and I've been using it for the past week and really enjoying the way my makeup sits on the skin and how it progresses and transitions throughout the day. So I'm going to start off with this as my primer. Next, I'm going to come and prime my eyes because I still have very oily eyelids and my eyeshadows tend to fade quickly throughout the day and really crease. So my favorite eye primer is definitely this NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. So I'm just going to pop that all over the lids. So next step is I'm going to work on my eyes first because I don't want to mess up my foundation with any fallout, and also I really want to give this moisturizer some good time to sink into the skin. So I'm going to start by neutralizing my eyelids with a little bit of concealer, and I'm choosing this Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in the shade 1. And then I'm going to come in with my beauty blender to blend that out of the lid. And I'm going to choose my Rimmel Stay Matte powder to set that down because I really want to add another layer of oil fighting just powder. Really just press that onto the lid because I really want to absorb all the moisture from that concealer so that we get no stains from the pigment of any eyeshadows and they all blend really nicely. So this whole makeup look is really revolving around this Zoeva Cocoa Blends palette, which I think is the epitome of a fall makeup palette. It has all of these incredible, rich, beautiful shades for fall. The one thing I do feel like for a really fair skin tone person like me that it misses is a good lighter transition shade. So I'm going to come in with a bronzer actually and use that to add a little bit of depth to the crease in a really light transition color. And the bronzer I'm using is this mini Laura Mercier. It's just their Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer in shade 3. And just really blend that very kind of messily in the crease. It doesn't have to be neat. I'm just creating some warmth in the crease. So when we go in with all those warm eyeshadow shades, they really blend out seamlessly into each other. So the first shade from this palette I'm going to come in with is this light matte brown called Substitute for Love. And I'm just going to take that on a fluffy blending brush in E25 from Sigma. Just make sure everything is really well blended. So my next step is I'm going to take this also very warm matte brown shade called Freshly Toasted and really kind of carve my crease out and add a little bit of a wing a bit. So I like to do this with my eyes open and really place product where I want it and then work from that way. And I'm going to come back with a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush, which doesn't have any color on it, and just make sure that's very well blended. Now we're coming in with the star of the show, which is Warm Notes, this burgundy shade with a little bit of shimmer. Just pop that in here and work that onto the entire lid. So then we're going to blend it up into the crease very slowly. So we want most of the color right on the center of the eyelid. I'll come back in with this fine brush that we used, that darker matte brown crease color, and just make sure these guys are blending nicely together. I'm going to take a little bit of this bronzy shade and just kind of smudge it on the, not quite the inner corner, but the inner third and a little bit on the lash line. And just pop that right here. I want it mostly on the lash line. Put a little bit on that first third of the lid. Just like that. And then I'm gonna flip my brush over and I'm gonna grab this gold shade at the top here and then pop that on the first third inner corner and just blend that into the bronze a little bit. I'm gonna take this color, which is Beans Are White, and I'm gonna take that on this just angled brow line brush by Zoeva and just pop that on the outer corner lash line. Just gonna press this into the lashes and deposit all the pigment on the brush, and then use the brush to kind of blend it out a little bit. But I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. Doesn't look like it has the shade name, but it's just a matte dark brown shade, and I'm going to tight line my upper lashes with that. Now we can pop a little bit of mascara on those top lashes. This is the Clinique High Impact Mascara, this one. So the foundation I'm wearing today is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and this is actually only the second time I've worn this, and I'm really excited to wear it because I've heard incredible things about it. It's supposed to have great pigmentation with a really light feel and texture. So I'm just going to use one pump on the back of my hand with the Hourglass. I think this is the Vanish foundation brush. So I'm just going to tap that into the product and blend that all over the face. So next, moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer Little Palette. So this has a powder on the first level, and then the second level it has two concealers. This shade right here is actually really, really beautiful right now on my skin tone. And just work that into all the really dark areas of my under eye. So it's mostly the inner corner, a little bit under the lash line, and working up a little bit. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm taking my Collection concealer again and just popping that all over the eyes, around my nose, my chin a little bit, and between my eyebrows. I really like this concealer because it's such a full coverage product, which is exactly what I look for in a concealer. I have pretty dark circles, so I like to make sure they're as covered up as I can get them. And I also like to, this is kind of a bit weird, I like to line my lips with concealer like this. It really helps later when I come in with a lip liner and a bold lip. And just blend that out with my Real Technique Beauty Sponge. I'm also going to use the concealer in the shape of the sponge to clean up this outer edge of my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to come and follow the line of my bottom lash line and just clean up that edge and make it nice, sharp, and neat. I am going to go ahead and just set my under eye area. So I'm going to be using this powder from the same Soap & Glory kit, and that on my Sigma F35 brush, and working that just right all the way up. Make sure everything is all set. Now I'm coming in with a product that I also picked up in London. This is a release that came out this year that I was desperate to try, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt Contouring and Highlighting Palette. This is the cream version. Only the powder is available in the United States, which is so sad because this product is just so incredible. So I'm going to take this to contour my face, and I'm going to be using my finger actually to just draw this product on, just like swiping it through and then drawing it on. You can really feel the underside of your cheekbone. So then you can make sure you get your contour in the right spot. And then I start to blend it out with my finger. This Hourglass foundation brush also works really amazingly with blending out cream products, any kind of cream products, contour products, blushes, anything. So I just come and make sure I'm getting the exact pigmentation I want, and then coming back and making sure there are no harsh lines. Then I'm going to take a little bit on my chin just to help soften my angles and my nose. And then usually I'm not big into applying contouring and bronzing products on my forehead because I have bangs, kind of pointless, but just for the sake of showing you guys, I will. So I am going to pop some on the upper temples, so right here, and then blend it into my hairline and out a little bit. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face, since I'm finished with creams, with this Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I like to come with a layer over my T-zone, a really just small layer over my cheeks to set those creams, and then a second layer over my T-zone. I'm going to add a little bit of warmth to my face with that same bronzer we first used on the eyes. And I'm going to pop that on my cheeks with the Luxe Cheek Finish 126 brush by Zoeva. And just work that all over the face and cheek area. I also like to put a little bit of bronzer to accentuate my jawline and down my neck. Warm up my very pale neck. Now I'm going to take this very cute mini NARS blush in the color Gulu and just pop that on my cheeks, right under the arch of my brow is kind of where I aim for. And just really lightly blend that. Now we're going to finish off the face in general with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle as a highlight. I'm just going to sweep that on my cheeks with this Zoeva 105 Luxe Highlight brush. Highlight my Cupid's bow with that product and my inner corner. I'm going to bring that all the way up my brow bone and highlight under my brow. With that same brush, I'm going to come back in with my Zoeva Cocoa Blends palette and mix the two matte shades together right here to pop under my bottom lash line. And then with this flat definer brush, I'm going to take that same maroon color that's all over the lid and use that to line, just press into the lashes. So lastly, and obviously, I have to fill in my brows. So I'm going to be taking this MAC Dirty Blonde Fluid Line Brow Gel Cream and using that to add a lot of definition to the eyebrows. Since we have quite a bit of stuff going on in the eyes, you definitely need something to kind of even that out on the face and add some really good definition and framing. Keeping most of my definition on that bottom line. Alright, now for my favorite part, the lips. I'm going to start off with the NYX Lip Pencil in 803 Burgundy to just line my lips. And I like to start with the center, so draw my lines. And the lipstick I'm choosing today is this Rimmel 107. This is a beautiful burgundy kind of red shade. I'm just going to pop this all over the lips. I love this color. Alright, so that is the finished makeup look. I really just adore this combination. Burgundy is just one of my favorite colors. So when fall comes around, I always get really, really excited for the opportunity to incorporate it into everything in my makeup routine. So this lipstick is just so bright and just rich and beautiful. I highly recommend it. And being Rimmel, you know, you're really not breaking the bank to recreate this look. And especially with Zoeva too, this palette is also pretty affordable. So I would definitely recommend testing this out and this lipstick, both amazing products. So if you like this makeup look, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And if you want to see more content from me, you can always subscribe to this channel. I have quite a few other tutorials waiting for you to check them out. And if you want to see different and more diversified content, you can check out my blog, allthegray.com. But all those links will be down in the description box along with any of my social medias if you want to see those as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I thought this makeup look was so much fun to film, and it's just been such a go-to for me recently. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!